have a.
So I own a dog grooming, boarding, and daycare business.
Oh.
And, it's kind of like a one-stop shop for everything, It's, dealing with dogs. And I'm having growing pains. I want to hire more people just for safety reasons so that we have enough people with different groups of dogs. And also for people that can possibly just help the whole flow of the shop, maybe do multiple things. But how can I hire enough help to get more customers without going into debt? Because I'm kind of at my limits right now. I'm having a hard time making ends meet from month to month, even though I'm bringing in 20 to 30K each month right now. And I don't even get to give myself a paycheck each week. Usually, and my employees are making more money than me at this moment.
How much is your rent?
$2,000.
You said 2,000?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Lights, insurance, supplies run you about what?
Okay, so probably between all three of them would be power is $350 to $450 a month. Insurance is $300 a month. And what was the other one? I'm sorry.
What else does it take for you to, besides payroll, like supplies, shampoo, treats, all that?
Okay. Yeah. So it's roughly around 2,000 with everything it takes to keep it going.
So insurance, lights, supplies, everything is $2,000.
Yes, ma'am.
And then plus the rent is $4,000.
Yes, total. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you're bringing in $20,000 to $30,000 a month.
Yes, that's total with cash and credit cards, everything.
Okay. You have any debt on the business?
I have a capital loan through Clover at the moment.
How much is the payment?
25% of credit card sales. So they take it out each day. Whatever I make from credit card sales each day, they just take that off the top.
So you're making the 30 grand above the 25%, or you're making 30 grand minus 25% of that?
Minus 25% of the 20 to 30 grand.
Okay. So if we just say you're bringing home 20 grand after the 25%, and your what it costs to keep your doors open is $4, that means we got 16 grand out there. Where is the 16 grand going?
So, my payroll is roughly $3,500 per week.
How many employees do you have?
That varies up and down depending on, because my employees make commission as well. So
What do you mean as well?
I have my receptionist who's on an hourly wage, and then I have my groomers and my bathers are on commission.
So they only get paid when they do something. What's their percentage?
50% for groomers and 20 to 30% for bathers.
Is the 50% for groomers, is that customary? Is that normal?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, for the grooming industry.
Okay.
They do pay by the hour sometimes, and it just varies from state to state. I've seen the tax laws have changed over the years, and some people have went to paying as employees instead of contractors. So you will get a lot of different ways to pay groomers.
Okay. So they're getting half of whatever it is that they do. And then you have one receptionist making what?
She's at 16 per hour.
Do you work it out in the business?
Yes, every day.
So we have about a $2,000. And that $2,000 is probably going to the secretary. So are you breaking even every month?
Yes. I'm not losing money.
Correct. So but we're just breaking even.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you feel like that you need to have more groomers?
I need to market more. But if I have more groomers, I wouldn't have to groom, because when I'm there, I'm grooming most of the day. And then I get pulled over here to do this and pulled over here to do that. It's taking me longer to do my dogs because I'm stretched too thin. I can't do everything all at once. I end up being at work for 12 hours a day usually, and I'm tired.
Okay.
So I want to hire more groomers so I don't have to groom as much.
Okay.
So that I can actually focus on being the owner.
So right now we're breaking even, which means you have enough business coming in to pay the bills of the business. Okay, which is yes. In the beginning they're going to be losing money. Now we're breaking even. You need more dogs to come in. And in the beginning, yes. Jennifer needs to go ahead and be a groomer so Jennifer can make this 50% to get some money in Jennifer's pocket. So you're at that spot to where you're out of the red, but we're not quite profitable yet.
Right.
So we need to go on like a marketing blitz.
Okay.
So your Instagram, I don't know what we can do. What is the competition? Like what kind of other groomers are you competing with? Well, first of all, where are you? Where are you?
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Okay.
It's actually a little town outside of Myrtle Beach. It's called Longs.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your competition?
Grooming wise, my competition is about 1.5 miles down the road. But however, they're not taking new clients right now, and I don't think they're going to. So they're not really considered a competition. My closest one after that would be a lady who has a dog grooming salon out of her house. It's called a Dog's Day Out. Or Doggy Day Spa, I'm sorry. So that would really be my only real competition, and that's close to me.
What's the name of your business?
As far as Forever Friends Pet Resort and Spa, and it's FUR/EVER.
So do you house dogs, like if people go on vacation?
Yes, we do overnight boarding as well.
Is that...
And we're like a cage-free facility, so the only time they're in cages would be if they were eating or sleeping. Because we try to be there overnight with them and everything. We're there with them all the time.
If you board a dog, the person who's watching the dog gets paid hourly, or you gonna give them a commission off what that boarding fee was?
Right now, if I pay somebody to stay overnight, because I do have a limit. If it has to be 10 or more dogs that we have for us to stay overnight, because otherwise it's not profitable. So if there's less than 10 dogs, then I don't have to pay anybody. But if I do end up paying somebody, I just pay them a straight $75 for the night.
And how much do you charge for a dog overnight?
$50.
So you're banking on having 10 dogs to make $500, and you're paying the person $75?
Yes. And if they end up having to stay like longer than a couple of hours over the night, then I double that. So if they have to end up staying like for maybe all the way from like 6 p.m. until like 10 or 11 the next morning, then I'll pay them $150. But if they only have to stay there for like from the time they go to bed until they wake up, you know, like at the 6 a.m. mark, then I don't, you know, they don't usually have to, I don't pay them more than $75. And they also get all the tips. So if they were there with those dogs and those people leave tips, they also get all of those as well.
Okay, why are we doubling their pay for just 4 more hours?
I just, because so that I can actually, I feel like if I don't pay them and appreciate them, they're not going to do a good job. You know, I want to make sure they're doing a good job. And because these are people's animals, they love these dogs, and I want to make sure that they do it correctly. And I feel like a lot of times employees are not treating you or taking the job seriously if you don't show appreciation.
Did you apply for my mentorship program, Miss Jennifer?
I did. Yes,
okay.
Ma'am.
So I need you to take this right here. It's called your heart. We're going to just go ahead and we're going to just pull it out, and we're going to just set it on the desk. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Because your problem is we don't know how to do business. Your employees are never going to appreciate you. You can go pay them the entire thing. They're never going to appreciate you. They don't have no skin in the game. They haven't invested no money. They're coming to get a check, and that's all they want. And the second you pay them more, they're going to want more and more and more and more and more and more and more. Because employees only see the money coming in. They don't see the money coming out. And they could care less if Jennifer makes any money. Everyone is only out for themselves. Period. Point blank.
Okay.
Walmart ain't about to pay me.
Right.
Walmart ain't about to pay me no extra money to do good work. Guess what? If I don't do the 10 things that Walmart said, they're gonna say, here's your last check, bye, and get me somebody else who gonna do these 10 things for this set fee. So your problem is you're trying to hold on, and you feel like if I throw money, they're gonna stay with me. When what you're doing is you're taking your profits and you're giving it to the employees as you are running around with on this hamster wheel. So your pay, what you're paying is off. We need to spruce up our marketing. We need to bring some other streams of income into your business. Things like maxing out on daycare, on overnight stays, maybe having some kind of weekend like dog walking thing. What can we bring other streams of income to bring to the business? Potty training, doggy day out, things to bring money that comes right to Jennifer's pocket, not to the 50% groomers, along with getting more people groomed. So I would think of, if I had to just shoot from the hip, it's the holiday time. I would bring in like come here, Rex. Come here. Let me have you meet somebody. Come on. They have They have class pictures. They have holiday pictures. So you can go have Santa come to your groomer, right? And for $20, have them come do a. We're trying to bring. What are ways to bring revenue in that's not having to do with grooming, along with letting everyone know I am the place to be for groomers. That may be we may start an hour early, we may stay an hour late to kind of get some like working people, but we want to have as many lanes of income coming in besides that 50%. At that 50%, they making more than you because they putting that in their pocket. You got rent, insurance, lights, cable. So by the time your 50 come, it's really going to be 20%. So there's an imbalance. So we got to make up money outside of the commission. Do we sell products, treats, and shampoos and blah, blah, blah?
I haven't got into retail yet.
That was
because I'm a little overwhelmed with what I have going
right
on now. And the sales tax thing kind of, I don't want to mess it up. So I want to make sure when I do it, I know what the heck I'm doing and I have the time to do it.
So we need to kind of change your pay structure a little bit. We need to get more people in. Maybe we can try to upsell, like maybe have a bigger grooming package. I would also think of doing to kind of give you some breathing room. Start selling bundles, right? Like 5 packages.
I have that.
Okay.
I do. Yes. So currently right now we do grooming, overnight stays, and doggy daycare. I offer packages for the doggy daycare. So the more days you buy at a time, the cheaper it is by the day. And then I also offer subscriptions where they pay, a recurring rate and they get set amount of daycare days and, maybe a free bath or something if they do the subscription. Also, I offer grooming packages. Also, I offer the boarding. I have what's called a boarding pass. If you buy 10 days at a time, you get 2 free. So they get 12 days for $500. And I offer that like kind of periodically. I'll say I have 30 boarding passes to sell if you guys are interested, and I usually do it around holiday times so that I can try to get that money in before the holiday comes. But sometimes people, they won't buy them around holiday times. And I don't want to sell it to people who are already on the books. I want to try to get it to bring people in. So which is why I only have like 20 to 30 of them.
So since Black Friday is coming up, you can offer like a Black Friday special for new customers.
Okay.
And I would add also a grooming package. So let's say it costs $100 to groom a dog, but you sell them in bundles because what you need right now is cash flow to kind of give you a little.
Do you think that it would be a good idea for me to sell like buy 6 months worth of grooming and get your 7th free?
Correct.
Should I? Okay, is that too much or
maybe like buy three? Okay, 3. They're gonna come once a month, right?
Yes. Well, usually that's the average. Sometimes people come once a week or every 2 weeks, but the average is every 4 weeks.
But the grooming package means one time, right?
Yes. That's how, I may be able to do it differently, but that's kind of in my mind how I thought it would be easier to keep up with it.
You need to
sell. These grooming packages have to stay with the same groomer, and because once they pay for it, the money comes in. So whenever they actually get groomed, if I don't have money set aside, I'm not going to have anything to pay the groomer for that dog. So I have to set money aside when another groomer does it.
You would pay the groomer the entire bundle at one time?
No. I would pay it when they done the dog, but I just want to make sure that I have the money to pay when they do come back. So, because I'm going to get all the money from the customer, like
correct,
up front for a package or for a bundle.
Correct.
You know, if I get the subscription, then that would be every month. But it's the one when I get the kind of the. Usually, I try to get maybe like $2,000 to $3,000 just so that I can take it and put it towards some type of class or marketing or bills. So I don't always do the dogs, because that's just too much work on me.
So we need to have some systems. Like when if I sell a bundle that has 10 washes, I have a separate account for the bundle packages. So if I'm selling 10 washes for the cost of 8, I'm taking out my groomer fee immediately and putting it in a separate account, so that I know that the groomer is paid. So in this account is where all the groomer money comes out of for the bundle packages. So we got to kind of create you some systems so that all your money isn't coming into one pot and then we don't know where it's designated to. You want to be able to know, okay, over here, all my grooming money is right there. So they're always going to get paid, so that I know how much money does the church have to play with. So
okay.
We need to add some other streams of income. All this doubling pay, you gotta go apply to Walmart and just go through like their whole hiring process. They are never gonna say, if you work overtime, we're gonna pay you double. Period. Point blank.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? You said more forms of income. I was kind of juggling with the idea of a pet taxi, like going and picking them up, taking them to vet appointments, taking them to the park, bringing them back and forth to their grooming appointment or their doggy daycare. I was juggling with that, but I don't, I'd have to have somebody to do it, or I'd have to. I can't do it all on my own.
So, I don't know if what kind of clientele do you have? Do you have a more? I don't know what's in South Carolina. Do we have an upscale clientele?
Yeah, so right now most of our clientele is retired. They're like moved down here from the north. They're older. They both moved down here because the taxes are so much cheaper, and they're all like golfers and crap, because there's golf courses galore down here. So most of the people here have money. They have the fancy designer dogs and stuff, but they're very, very frugal with it. Like if I try to put prices up, I usually lose, I don't know, at least 5 to 6 customers every time I try to raise my prices.
So then what we need to do is we need to get volume at that store. We don't want to do stuff that's going to increase your out-of-pocket cost.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're trying to make Jennifer more money. We are breaking even. So we don't have no money to go pick up a dog. That's going to be gas. That's time away from the actual business. Like, we don't have that time. If our clientele is retired, that means that they're on a fixed budget. So I only got X amount to pay for this dog because my money is going to golfing, cruises, and bingo.
Yep.
So we want to get more people into the groomer, or have more reasons for them to come. So maybe once a week we have a doggy dance, a doggy something to make them bring the dog and spend some money. Holidays are coming, boarding. We got to think of other streams of income that don't have a lot of output on you, and we're going to need to change your we got to change your pay schedule.
Okay. And I have one more thing that's it's really bugging me right now. I know you don't have a lot of time. I'll try to be quick. The business is a startup business. I got all the money from basically my credit cards when I started it. And my credit is crap right now because I was late. I had a few accounts closed on me. So I need money to fix my business up before I start bringing a bunch of people there. Because right now, if somebody wants to walk through, I always oblige because I don't want them to think I'm hiding anything. But it's to me, it's embarrassing because the walls need fixed. The dogs are really rough on things. I need different types of materials, and I just can't afford to do it the way it needs to be done right now. So I'm just kind of, if like the dogs are eating through some of the walls, so I'll put plywood up over it, and it just doesn't look the way I want it to look. And I think if I could get that place to where I want it, that we would get a lot more customers as well. I think I lose some of my customers when I walk them through, but most of our business is through, other customers telling them that it's a great place and that their dog loves it there. So what do you think I should focus on?
No. Well, you sound like the notary girl. You want to focus your money on getting more people to the place. It's a dog place. It's not for them to go lay down. It's for the dog to go lay down, right? So they know that the dogs are going to bite and chew and chew and bite. And if they are only want to spend X amount of money, they're going to have X amount of expectation. You got beer money, you got beer expectation. You want it to look a certain way. But you can go do all that. You're going to have the same amount of customers without making no more money. We got to spend whatever money you get in getting marketing, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, TikTok ads, getting them to come in to the business.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what I would focus on.
Okay. Understood. Thank you so much.
No problem. You're going to be fine, Jennifer. You are breaking even. That's good. You are starting at a good place. You're breaking even. You are just running a business. It's called learning pains. It's just called growth. It's just called, once again, every morning when you wake up, take that out and leave it at home. And go to work and go be a CEO. Because the person that you pay the most, the person that you look out for, the person that you give the check early, that person's coming with the biggest knife dagger and they're going to, That's the one that's going to betray you, Jennifer. That's the one. The one you do the most for is the one that's coming for you. So just take the heart and leave it at home and just go be a boss. Your number one goal is what this bottom line is saying. If it don't make sense, thank you, girl boss. Thank you, girl boss. If it don't make money, it don't make sense. All that Karen, all that, Let Karen gonna have you in bankruptcy court. Karen gonna have you crying. Karen gonna have you with migraines. There is no part of caring in business. It's just business. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I hate to break it to you, girl. I hate to break it to you, but hey, that's the truth. That's the truth. Okay, we are live on day 3 of the See You at the Bank challenge. Type in the comments, how are we feeling? How are we feeling?